Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 15 and we want to present about implementation of integrated pest and disease management for cacao crops. My name is Eksita Julianne with student number 204.
My name is Alifiandra Putra. My student number is 208.
My name is Muhammad Akbar with student number 210.
Okay, first I want to explain about a major pest. The first one is Cacao Mirids. The symptoms of Cacao Mirids is tiny puncture wounds on young stems and pods. These punctures quickly turn necrotic, creating black patches which may develop into cankers, discolored bark, terminal leaves and branches dying back, and trees unproductive. And the management of these cacao mirids is the insect usually controlled by chemical eradication programs consisting of 2 sprays conducted 1 month apart to target different stages of the insect and development. Mirids have been shown to be attracted to trees positioned in direct sunlight and providing shade cover in the form of forest to cacao trees can be used as a part an integrated control method.
And the second one is cocoa pod borer. Holes in cocoa pod caused by insect larvae entering and exiting the pod. Uneven and premature ripening of pods, seeds sticking together inside pod due to insect eating surrounding tissue. Harvested cocoa beans clump together and can be very difficult to remove from the pod. Adult insect is a small brown moth. Larvae are cream in color and approximately 1 centimeter or 0.4 inch long. Larvae change color to green when they emerge from the pod to pupate. The cause is insect. Female moth lives for approximately 5 till 7 days and can lay 100 until 200 eggs. Eggs are laid on the surface of cocoa pods. Larvae develop for 14 till 18 days before pupating. Management. Sleeving pods in plastic bags while they mature prevents the insect from reaching the pods. Sleeves should be applied when pods are 8 till 10 centimeter long. Borer population can be held in check by black ants and weaver ants. Chemical control is often economically invisible due to the high price of pesticides compared with the low price of cocoa. But where available, small amounts of contact pyrethroid or carbamide applied to underside of cocoa leaves can keep borers below an economically damaging level.
And the third one, we can give you an example of cocoa mealybugs. The symptoms for this pest is flattened oval to round disc-like insects covered in waxy substances on tree branches. Insects attract ants, which may also be present. And the third symptoms is insect colony may also be associated with growth of sooty mold due to fungal colonizations of sugary honeydew excreted by the insects. And as for the management for these insects, mealybugs can potentially be controlled by natural enemies such as lady beetles, but are also commonly controlled by using chemicals. Chemical pesticide may also decrease the populations of natural enemies, leading to mealybug outbreak.
Okay, and then I want to explain about major disease. Next. First is black pod disease. The symptoms are translucent spots on pod surface which develop into a small dark hard spots. Entire pod becomes black and necrotic with 14 days of initial symptoms. And the last one is white to yellow downy growth on black areas. Internal tissues become dry and shriveled, resulting in mummified pods. And the management of these disease or this black pod disease is protective sprays of copper containing fungicides in combination with systemic fungicides are often recommended to control the disease. Cocoa plants should be well spaced to allow good air circulation through the plantation. Mummified pods should be removed and destroyed to reduce spread.
And then cocoa swollen shoot. The symptoms are 6. First, swelling of leaves and shoots, red leaf veins, notably in young leaves, chlorotic patch next to leaf veins, chlorotic spots or fleck on leaves, mottled, smooth pods with reduced beans, mottled coloration on pods, and stems may develop swelling at nodes or internodes and shoot tips. Progressive defoliation may occur ultimately leading to the death of the tree. Management is infected trees and the surrounding them should be removed and destroyed up to 5 meters from infected tree if less than 10 trees are infected and up to a distance of 15 meters if greater than 100 trees are infected. To prevent further spread, a gap should be placed between cocoa plantation of at least 10 meters, and it may be possible to isolate cocoa plantation using a non-host crop such as oil palm growing between plantation. And this is the pictures.
Okay, next we have Frosty Pods, and this disease shows three symptoms. The first one is spots on surface of emitter pods. Second one is spots turning brown and rapidly enlarging to cover entire pod surface. And lastly, this disease affects only actively growing pods. And management for this disease is planting cocoa varieties that produce pods during the dry seasons allows the pod to avoid the disease. Pod showing symptoms of disease should be removed to prevent the spread, and applications of copper containing fungicides will help reduce disease incidence. And here is the pictures of the frosty pods.
Okay, and then I want to explain about which is Broom. The symptoms are characteristic proliferation of shoots and brooms from bud, production of brains which don't produce fruit, distorted pods within pads which give an appearance of uneven ripening, and the management is good sanitation is the most effective method of controlling the disease. Material known to be infected should be removed and destroyed. Removal of infected materials can be difficult as there may be no visible symptoms. New fungicides and resistant cocoa varieties are being developed to help control the disease.
Okay, we can monitoring this pest and disease. Monitor plants for both pest and natural control mechanism involves scouting for pests, insect disease, and weeds to determine if, when, and how intervention should occur. Observing crops determines if, when, and what action would be taken to maximize crop production and quality. Decision-making tools vary from backboards to computers and train local experts to remote sensing technologies. Getting real-time information on what is happening in the field is ideal. Pest population monitoring is also a means for determining when pests enter a crop and when their number have built up sufficiently to warrant separate control measures or to predict correct timing for such measures.
Okay, next we are moving to the control for disease and pests for cocoa. The first one we have biological control, which consists of parasitoids and using predators. Parasitoids that can be used to control um, the pest as such as Cacao Mirids is also bingung sih.
Mau kasih merah-merah aja cuy biar nggak lupa aja.
Iya, benar. Okay, next we are moving to biological control, which consists of parasitoids and predators. Parasitoids in old studies on natural enemies of the Cacao Mirid as singularis and the Theobroma in Africa report that parasitoids are few and do not lead to sufficient parasitisms. The example for these parasitoids are the prawn Safbrigel or Euphorinae with parasitism rate of 15 to 40%. As for predators, in Asia, farmers have used ants for several centuries now, especially to protect fruits from insects, pests. On cacao, the Asian weaver ant or smaragdina is known as beneficial predator.
Okay, and then the pesticides, operative practice that can be implemented in organic farming is the use of approved insecticides of biological and mineral origin. These are defined by the IFOM basic standards for organic production and processing. Neem extracts are one of the commonly used natural insecticides as they have shown real efficiency on several pests worldwide.
Okay, then mechanical control. There is two types of mechanical control in this to control the disease. The first one is physical barriers and handpicking and physical destruction of pests. Physical barriers. Sleeving pods at an earlier developmental stage can reduce cocoa pod borer infestation by 85% till 100%. But this also increases the risk of production losses due to physiological death of pods and Phytophthora pod rot. Handpicking and physical destruction of pests. Handpicking may be good strategy for some cacao pests that are easily seen on trees. This is true for the Cocoa weevils Panthuritis spp, whose adults are easily detected in the trees and destroyed by farmers in Papua New Guinea.
And then we have semiochemical control. In semiochemical control, we can use synthetic sex pheromones of Cacao Mirids, which has been tested in Ghana and Cameroon. These pheromones gave up promising results for this pest and suggesting that the trap could be used for pest monitoring at least. Usually, these pheromones traps combined with sticky traps, and the result can be used for monitoring.
And then preventive solutions. The term preventive here means the solutions implemented at... Ulang ya guys, ada suara ayamnya soalnya. Okay, preventive solution. The term preventive here means the solutions implemented at the initial time of cacao planting or during routine maintenance work to prevent infestation by insect pests and their damage. A significant part of this practice is based on farmer traditional knowledge and others come from scientific knowledge of the biology and ecology of insect pests. In any case, the solutions are currently highlighted as the engine of agroecological concept implementation. And the preventive solutions consist of three things. The first one is planting resistant cacao varieties. The second one is cocoa maintenance, and the last one is plant association. And in the plant association, And in the plant association, we can do removal of alternative host plants of cacao pests and shade management.
Implementation of IPM in cacao. First is collective management strategies to be taught in time and space. Second is plant diversification as the main lever of agroecology. And the third one is farmer knowledge as a cornerstone of agroecology.
Okay, that's it from our group. Thank you so much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Okay, as for the conclusions in our group, pest and plant disease development efforts are one of the limiting factors in increasing cocoa productions. Major cocoa pests are as follows: Cacao Mirids, cocoa pod borer, and cocoa mealybugs, while an example for major cocoa disease is black pod disease. Some preventive solutions that can be implemented in the initial time of cacao planting or during routine maintenance work to prevent infestations by pests and their damage, such as planting resistant cacao varieties, cacao maintenance, plant associations like removal of alternative host plants of cacao pests, and shade management. As for implementation of IPM, are collective management strategies to be solved off in time and space, and plant diversifications as the main lever of agroecology, and farmer knowledge as cornerstones of agroecology. That's it from our groups. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.